Delicious dishes have a special way of bringing us joy. Have you ever wondered why certain dishes make your taste buds dance with joy? In this video, I will talk about why does some food taste so good and unravel the secrets behind our favorite flavors. The science of taste. Taste is a fascinating part of our senses. It helps us enjoy food and, importantly, keeps us safe from harmful substances. Our mouths are full of tiny taste buds, which are really just special cells that can tell different tastes apart. Most people have between 5,000 and 10,000 of these taste buds, and they're not just on our tongues. They can also be found on the roof of our mouth and even in our throats. These taste buds have a super important job. When we eat, the food mixes with our saliva, and this mixture touches our taste buds. Each taste bud has receptors, which are like tiny sensors that catch onto different flavors. These receptors send signals to our brain to let us know what we're tasting. There are 5 basic tastes that our taste buds can pick up: sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and umami. Sweet tastes usually come from sugar and are often found in fruits and sweets. Sour tastes are like what we find in lemons or vinegar. Salty tastes are, well, salty, like seawater or chips. Bitter tastes can be found in things like coffee or dark chocolate. Umami is a bit harder to describe, but it's a rich and savory taste, often found in meats, cheese, and soy sauce. Our taste buds are pretty smart. They can adjust to different levels of these tastes. For example, if we eat less salt, our taste buds will get better at tasting salt, so we won't need as much to get the same flavor. This is really helpful for staying healthy. But taste isn't just about these 5 basic flavors. It's also about how foods feel in our mouth, which is called texture, and how they smell, which is a big part of flavor. All these things work together to make our favorite foods taste so good. So the next time you enjoy a delicious meal, remember it's all thanks to those tiny taste buds and the amazing science of taste. The role of aroma. Smell plays a huge role in how we taste food. When we eat, it's not just our taste buds that are working. Our nose is busy too. The smells of food send signals to our brain that are just as important as the taste. In fact, many experts believe that a big part of what we think is taste actually comes from smell. When we chew, the food releases aromas that go up into our nose. This happens because the back of our mouth is connected to our nose. Inside our nose, we have lots of smell receptors. These receptors catch the aromas and tell our brain what we're smelling. This information from our nose combines with the taste from our tongue to create the full flavor of the food. For example, if we hold our nose while eating, we might notice that the food doesn't have much taste. That's because we're not getting the smell part of the flavor. It's like listening to music without the bass. You're missing a big part of the experience. Our sense of smell is also why food doesn't taste as good when we have a cold. When our nose is blocked, the aromas can't reach the smell receptors well. So, even though our taste buds are fine, the food seems less flavorful. The smell of food can also bring back memories. Maybe the smell of a certain dish reminds us of a family gathering or a special place. This is because the part of our brain that processes smell is close to the part that handles memory and emotions. So, the next time you enjoy a meal, remember that it's not just about the taste. The aroma is working together with your taste buds to give you that delicious flavor. That's why some food tastes so good. It's a team effort between taste and smell. Texture and mouthfeel. Food is like the music of a meal. It can make or break the eating experience. When we talk about texture, we're talking about how food feels in our mouth. This could be crunchy, smooth, sticky, or even fizzy. And this feeling is what we call mouthfeel. It's a big part of what makes some foods so satisfying to eat. Think about biting into a crisp apple. That satisfying crunch is part of what makes it enjoyable. Or imagine the smoothness of chocolate as it melts in your mouth. These textures add to the taste and make eating a full sensory experience. Texture also affects how we perceive the flavor of food. Creamy foods, like yogurt or soft cheese, tend to carry flavors in a gentle way. On the other hand, crispy foods like chips or crackers can make flavors feel more intense because of the contrast in textures. Mouthfeel isn't just about pleasure, though. It also helps us decide what we want to eat and what we don't. If something has an unexpected texture, it might surprise us, and not always in a good way. For example, if you're expecting a soft piece of bread and it's hard, you might not enjoy it as much. Our preferences for certain textures can come from our culture or our personal experiences. Some people love the chewiness of gummy candies, while others prefer the snap of a carrot. It's all about what feels good and tastes good to us. So when we enjoy our favorite foods, it's not just about the taste or the smell. It's also about the texture. The right mouthfeel can turn simple ingredients into a delicious meal that we love to eat again and again. That's the power of texture in our food. Cultural and emotional connections. Our taste preferences are not just about the flavors on our tongues. They're deeply rooted in our cultures and emotions. From the moment we're born, the food we eat becomes a part of our identity, shaped by the traditions and customs we grow up with. Every culture has its own unique set of flavors and dishes that are cherished and passed down through generations. For instance, if you grew up in a place where spicy food is the norm, you might find yourself craving that heat in your meals. That's because our early experiences with food can set the stage for what we enjoy eating later in life. It's not just about the taste itself, but the memories and feelings that come with it. A certain dish might remind you of family gatherings, celebrations, or even a comforting moment from childhood. Emotions also play a significant role in our taste preferences. Sometimes, we might seek out foods that comfort us when we're feeling down or stressed. These comfort foods are often linked to positive memories and can give us a sense of well-being. On the other hand, we might associate certain tastes with negative experiences, which can make us dislike those flavors. Social environment influences our tastes as well. The people we dine with, the media we consume, and the trends we follow can all sway our food choices. If everyone around us is trying a new health trend, we might be more inclined to give it a taste, even if it's something we wouldn't normally enjoy. Our taste preferences are a complex mix of cultural background, emotional connections, and social influences. They tell a story about who we are and where we come from. So the next time you savor a meal, remember that it's more than just food on a plate. It's a reflection of your personal journey and the culture that has shaped it. The art of cooking. Cooking is much more than just preparing food. It's a way to make flavors come alive. Spices and herbs are the magic touch in many dishes. They're not just for taste, they can be good for you too. For example, turmeric is known for its health benefits, like helping to prevent diseases. Caramelization is another trick in the kitchen. It's when you cook sugar slowly and it turns brown, making things taste sweeter and richer. This isn't just for onions or desserts. It can add a special touch to lots of different foods. Using high heat, like when we roast or grill, can also make food taste better. It gives vegetables a smoky flavor and makes them a little sweet. And don't forget about marinades and glazes. They soak into the food before cooking, adding extra flavor that really stands out. So when we cook, we're not just mixing things together. We're using all these techniques to make our food taste amazing. That's what makes cooking an art. It's all about creating flavors that make our meals special and delicious. We've journeyed through the delicious world of flavors and discovered the secrets behind why some foods taste so good. Remember to like if you enjoyed this video, comment with your favorite tasty treat, and subscribe for more flavorful adventures.